Hi, I'm Tom Timmermann of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. This is Beth O'Malley, and this is either the worst TV morning show you've ever seen, or it's another edition of STL Soccer Talk here at the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and STL Today.
I made him laugh at the intro, and then he made me laugh at the worst TV. So
yeah.
Let's move on.
Okay.
All right.
So we come on a semi-historic day after, as we record this on Thursday, because on Wednesday, St. Louis City tied LAFC 0-0, which historic is the first 0-0 tie in club history. But then later that day, because of Minnesota blowing a 3-1 lead to the LA Galaxy and losing that game, City clinched a playoff spot. We knew they were going to be in the playoffs, but it is now official. It cannot be taken away from them.
For a 0-0 tie, there was a lot of excitement on the field, although not as much as there would be had they won. The players seemed pretty relieved to get out of the LA game without losing, to be honest. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say relieved, but satisfied with a tie, which is something that I think a lot of Americans don't quite understand.
Mm-hmm. No, and really I think from about the 75th minute on, both teams were like, okay, a tie is a good enough result for both of us. Because each team, I think, feared what happened if they lost, which is always a disincentive to going forward, because LAFC is thinking, if we lose this one, we're down 9 points, and City's thinking, if we lose this one, we're down 3 points, and so both were like, okay, six points will be a safe place.
We can all live with this.
Live with that. So, it was 6 points over, 6-point lead over LAFC, 5 points over Seattle, which is even on games with City. LAFC has one more, so City's probably happy that they're an extra game back, because if they were 3 back, they would be able to tie them on the next game. So City is the next step. I mean, they're closing in. Actually, technically, their next step, Bradley Cornell said, is they want to be in the top 4, which would give them home field advantage in the first round. And then I think they keep cutting that in half. Can we be in the top 2? Can we be in the top 1? But City, the way things are going, well on their way to doing that.
And as you pointed out a few times, this is a pretty historic event.
It is. I mean, there is a history. They're the 8th expansion team to reach the playoffs, but they're only the 3rd team to get to the playoffs with 50 points. And they are potentially going to be the first expansion team to win its conference in the regular season. And for those of you that pay attention to European soccer, really the regular season is all that they have there. They don't have playoffs. And so to win the conference in the regular season is a really significant event, because over the course of 34 games, it proves that you're the best, rather than what happens over the course of would be 6 games maximum that they would have in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Joachim Nielsen was saying that yesterday. Somebody asked him, did it feel like a playoff game? And his response was, I've never been in a playoff game. So for some of the players on the team, this is going to be a brand new experience. For others, like Tim Parker, who, as he pointed out, the MLS changes its playoff formation every couple of years, or every year nearly. It's at least a familiar place to be. But for a team in their expansion season to make this mark is remarkable. Yeah. And the players last night were all thanking the fans for being there and being so supportive the whole way.
It's something we kind of, I think, lose track of it at times. This is the first year. This team has played 30 games in its history, and it seems as though they've been doing this forever. And that was what Nukvi Thoresen said when I talked to him. He said, like, this feels like a team that has been around for a while. It does not feel like a team that really came together in January, when training camp began. It just has that feel. Everybody knows each other, gets along great. There's the cohesion within the group. That they're like an old married couple in some way. So, in any case.
In any case, as the season goes on and as the playoffs begin, Tom and I will be here to continue doing videos and, of course, the podcast. So definitely take a listen and subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you listen on, and subscribe to the paper as well.
Yeah. Though we won't be here, because this is our last show, we think, in the Brian Burwell studio. Here, as we relocate our office upstairs.
Yeah, so next week we will have an in-construction studio, I would imagine.
So there'll be hammers and nails and all sorts of things, and we'll be wearing hard hats.
Hopefully not.
Or something.
Hard hats.
In any case, for Beth, for Ali behind the camera, I'm Tom Timmermann. Until next week, wherever we are, be seeing you.